Exercise on sex for Hollywood actors. On air, we discussed how mastering an acting script can greatly enhance the quality of sex. I mentioned that role-playing sex isn't about dressing up as maids, handcuffs, whips, and all that. It's about the skill of getting into a particular mood, just like actors do before a performance. As they say, get into character. And then I remembered a very cool exercise for developing one's sexuality, which I hadn't told you about. I got this from Ivana Chubbuck, the most prestigious acting coach in Hollywood. She's the person who turns young actors into Hollywood stars. Brad Pitt, Ian Somerhalder, James Franco, Eva Mendes, Sharon Stone, Beyoncé, Jared Leto, her students. Her unique method is known for training people to be sexy. She was the first to prove that sexuality is not a special gift, but a skill that can be easily developed. Looking at her list of students, it's clear that Ivana knows some secrets. The best exercise for sexuality that Ivana gives to actors can be done by any of us at any time. I started doing it a few years ago, and now I give a 100% guarantee. It works like magic. The main thing that makes a person sexy is their gaze. To train an actor to have a gaze that exudes sex, desire, and lust, Chubbuck makes them imagine sexual scenes with every person they make eye contact with for months. With store clerks, fellow passengers on the subway, colleagues at work. As soon as the eyes meet a person, the fantasy takes off. You need to imagine in detail how you undress, where you touch them, and they touch you. Imagine their taste and smell. It's important that these are really different people, not just your actual partner. After a few months of such training, a person develops that very gaze that has deadly sexual power. I've tested it on myself and acquaintances. You don't need to have a Hollywood appearance, you can even be an openly unattractive person, but this will work. If people can't attribute this effect to looks, they start talking about charisma or there's something about them. And it works especially well for cute but uptight girls, which is why I recommend this exercise during consultations. One recently wrote that the whorish gaze, as she calls it, got her married faster than years of constellations, therapy, self-development, and other entertainment. Not that this marriage is so important, just a funny fact. I remind you that this is a real and serious exercise from the best Hollywood teacher. If an actor, for example, is repelled by the thought of sex with strangers, but they aspire to be a sex symbol, they are made to overcome this psychological barrier. In reality, the actor may lead an almost puritanical lifestyle, but in their imagination, there should be no boundaries. The same applies to us. There should be no shame in sex. As soon as it appears, all the fun disappears. And this can be fixed with imagination alone. Isn't that cool? Girls, I recommend watching it with a stimulator in hand.